English in everyday life? Well, let me tell you even at the beginning of the video that this is for those students who are actually good at English but just need a bit of refinement. They are fluent with the language but have a few confusions as to how to go about a few structures. So here we go. The program starts at 5 p.m. We have to be at the auditorium before that. So is this expression correct? One of my students actually asked me if this was a correct expression because we are talking about a future action and the structure that is being used in this case is the simple present one. Apparently, he had heard one of his colleagues use this structure. Well, this may sound a bit confusing, but this expression is quite correct. As I always say, English is a language of exceptions. So this is one application of the simple present. We use it to talk about future actions which are fixed. That is to be underlined, which are fixed, about future actions which are fixed. For example, the bus arrives at 9:30 a.m. The flight takes off at 10 a.m. All these are fixed actions. And so we use the simple present here. Though it is not incorrect to say that the bus will arrive at 9:30 a.m. Where else do we use it? Knowing the structure is one thing. People do know it, they do practice it. They know the actual structures, but they don't know where to utilize them. So let us see where to use the simple present structure. As discussed earlier in the previous video as well, the simple present structure is used to talk about general actions as in the sun rises in the east and to talk about regular actions or routines. Apart from this, the simple present is used to talk about your likes and dislikes. I liked traveling. I love playing badminton. My friend loves swimming. So this is how you use simple present to talk about your likes, dislikes or about one's hobbies. We also use this structure while narrating stories, more so while narrating stories of movies. The simple present structure is also used to give out recipes. Most of you must be going through YouTube videos for recipes of your favorite dishes. If you observe closely, you will understand that these are instances where you can actually use the simple present. Take a bowl, add some flour in it, add some water, mix it up, knead it into a soft dough. If you have a close look, this is the simple present structure. So if you actually want to learn a language, it isn't very difficult. There are opportunities everywhere. Here is another example. How many of us watch cricket? The live relays of cricket especially. If you observe closely, you will see that most commentators use the simple present structure. The ball rises up in the air, almost lands in the hands of Jadeja, but Jadeja, oh no, misses the ball and there the ball goes for a 4. Don't you hear these kind of words in the cricket commentary? So yes, whichever sport you watch, the live commentators often use simple present to give out the commentaries. As I said, you can learn the language anywhere and everywhere. All that you need is a strong desire to hone your skills. We also use the simple present structure to give out instructions. How many of you get instructions from your bosses? Or how many of you have to give out instructions? Very often people are confused as to how to give instructions. So this is how you give instructions using the simple present structure. Prepare this report by evening. we have to submit it to the client by 5 p.m. Come on, get into your bed right now. How many of you give these instructions to your kids? Then there you go. It's all simple present structure. So it's as simple as that. As I said, we all use it in our everyday life. At times, some of us get confused as to why this structure is being used in this circumstances or in this situation. If you observe closely while listening to the news, while listening to the sports commentaries, while listening to the recipes on the YouTube channels or elsewhere, you will see that the simple present structure is all across. So this is how you need to learn a language. As I always tell my students, language learning is not just a one-dimensional aspect. Reading, writing and listening are all important in the process of learning the language. So keep reading, writing and listening to English all over again and again. It is as simple as that. So if you liked the video, if you did gain something out of it, please do not forget to hit the like button, share it as much as possible. Do not forget to leave the comments in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Your subscriptions are important. Stay tuned for my further videos. Bye bye for now and see you soon with yet another video.